Good day. For this topic, I will be tackling about the food services of Greece and Rome. But since I already wrote the discussion on the PowerPoint, I will only read it and add some ideas that relates to the topic. Now, let's talk about Greece. Based on the information I have gathered, ancient Greeks rarely dined out because, as what I have observed in the movies, they love to hold parties in their homes, being served by their slaves, which relates to the topic food services. Although they enjoy the social aspect of dining and often got together for banquets and other establishments. Other establishments means private clubs. Now, there are two types of clubs. First is Lyski, where banquets were held by Greek people who don't like to party in their homes. The second one is Patnai, who has a weird service for their customers. Instead of serving them foods, the travelers or traders brought their own foods like olives and grapes. Their meal were considered a time to nourish the soul and the body. People ate while reclining on couches, listening to music, poetry, and dancing. In simple sentence, this is the quality time they gave for themselves and interact with people they're close to. On the second slide, you will see a table with lots of foods. This is the example of foods in ancient Greek. The most common foods seen in the picture are olives, bread, cheese, figs, and most importantly, wine. The food seen in the pictures is obviously the favorites of Greek people. That whenever they hold a banquets, it never misses the table. The picture shown on the slide are the examples of what the banquets look like. You can see the people with high status and the people who plays instruments as well as the exhibitioners. For the next topic, we have Rome. Rome settled around the Mediterranean Sea, and by that it means they invaded a part of Greece where they extended their empire. They desired exotic foods and spices which increased trade, stretching the Roman Empire farther east and north. Unlike Greeks, they liked to experiment their food with exotic spices that contributed to their economy. Meals are served in their home. Same as the Greeks, they also loved to eat at home and hold a party. Rome became wealthy and spent money lavishing their friends and those lower social standing. Despite of not going out constantly, they spend their time and money on big banquets. Also, Romans held banquets mainly for drinking. The next slide shows the example of banquets held in ancient Rome and how they do it. You can see that people are lying on their couches and talking to each other, and there are some people who plays the instrument and the slaves who serve them foods or drinks. The similarities: Greece and Rome. In ancient Greece and ancient Rome, thermopolia were small restaurants, bars that offered food and drinks to customers. Their popularity was linked to the lack of kitchens in many dwellings and the ease with which people could purchase prepared foods. Furthermore, eating out was considered a very important aspect of socializing, but they also liked to hold banquets in their homes as what I have said in the previous slides. A typical thermopholium had L-shaped counters in which large storage vessels were sunk, which would contain either hot or cold food.